Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Isaiah Hill, and I am on the last Tarantino film that I own. I enjoyed doing this Tarantino's reviews. I enjoyed them so much. Stay tuned for tomorrow for Once Upon a Time, but it'll be the only time. I'll probably not have a movie. Well, actually, I take that back. It will be one some of the times, but the film here that I have is his number 8 film. It has the 8 tile in it, and it won an Academy Award, even though it says here like nominated. And that film is The Hateful Eight. This was actually a very cheap movie. I remember it was like $5. For a while, it was like $4, but then they boosted up to like 5. I don't know why, but overall, like a lot of people seem to have mixed reception about this one. It's almost like Death Proof. It's very mixed, and I don't see it, honestly. Like, I like this film. I really do. It's a film that I really enjoy watching. The Netflix extended, like, miniseries, check it out. It's amazing. Like, it adds more to the story. But, like, The Hateful Eight, but what I like about this is, like, Back to the Future, you open it up, and right here it says Mindy's Haberdashery. Minnie's, not Mindy's. Minnie's Haberdashery. And there's all the characters from here to here in silhouette. Now, The Hateful Eight has a long cast. It's a long cast, so I'm just going to nail them off like as I see it right here. Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, nominated for an Oscar, and the daughter of Vic Monroe, who was killed in the Twilight Zone accident. Walter Goggins, I think that's how you say his name. Dimitri Butcher, Tim Roth, Michael Madison, and Bruce Dern. Bruce Dern is also in Django Unchained. Oh, I didn't want to touch on him because I wanted to really save all I had to say for him in this. But The Hateful Eight, I heard I heard that this had like kind of like a trouble history. Like, it was leaked online, and Tarantino almost did not want to make it because he was like, "Well, what's the point?" But with like so many people like reading it, and like they said it was really good, and like I believe I actually cast Reed, he decided to make the movie. And The Hateful Eight is a like I've said that quite often, like very interesting. But Hateful Eight's interesting because it's almost like a game of Clue. Clue, you gotta find out like who killed. Like the whole thing is you gotta find out who killed the person with what weapon in what room. And here it's almost like who's the traitor, similar to Reservoir Dogs. And Jackie Brown, who is telling the truth and who is lying. The Hateful Eight, I believe, is Samuel Jackson's very first time having a top build like in any of Tarantino's films. And even though he is a regular, like he does have high billings in Jackie Brown and I want to he has high billings in Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction. I know I did backwards, and Django Unchained. But here he's the lead man right there. And this film, I enjoy this film. Like, I can see why people have problems with it. The main reason, like, I can see is like how slow it goes. Like some like the things like it seems kind of funny. Like Samuel Jackson's like character does like a backstory, and it is kind of comical, but yet you're like, what? Like, it almost doesn't make sense. The thing is, like, with all these characters, they do a great job. Kurt Russell does a fantastic job. Like what you get is Tim Roth plays a very, he plays almost like a Christoph Waltz character. Like, he is very, suave. Like, he's like, well, you see, sir, it only works like this. That was a horrible Tim Roth impression, but I don't regret anything from that. But what I mean is, like, how he comes off almost like Dr. King Schultz. That's how I see him. Michael Madison, he kind of plays almost like a Bud character, in my opinion, from like Kill Bill. Bruce Dern is an actor that looks like so terrifying. Like, he looks scary, and he gets the job done, like, with his appearance. Like, in Django Unchained, like, you don't see his eyes. Here you see, like, him, like, even, like, showing emotion, like, really anger most of the time. And you see him again in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Kurt Russell has also appeared in Death Proof. He's also in this film and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Zoe Bell, same thing. But Zoe Bell, like, she appears, but she has like a speaking role, and she comes off rather likable. Now, the tagline of this film, and this may be the only time I use language, no one comes up here without a damn good reason. Right there. Now, the interesting thing about the Hateful Eight, like, many people think like that the film, because it was made on film, because Tarantino does not want to use like digital, and he uses film. Like, I heard like a rumor like that theaters actually had to get different new projectors in order to play film because they were like everything was going digital. Tarantino even states that, yeah, I'm not going to shoot on digital. What's interesting about this film, in my opinion, is the cast. The cast play, like, how many people are in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Channing Tatum's in it. I forgot about him, Channing Tatum. And he plays a kind of a bit part. Like, and everyone's like, but he does play an important part. His part may be small, but it is important. This film is rather interesting. Like, a lot of people said like it was just strange, like how the film ended, or really like how the film went, because you did not know, like, oh, sorry guys, I'm tapping paper. But you did not know like where the film's going, and I like that in a film. I like not knowing where you're going, but if it leads like nowhere, then the film's not going to be, in my opinion, that good. You need to have something there. Hateful Eight has violence. It has language. It is very brutal, and the dialogues there, the settings there, is almost, to me, it reminds me very much of Reservoir Dogs, because Reservoir Dogs takes place in mainly one place, and that was a warehouse. Here, it takes place in a haberdashery. Am I saying that right? Yeah, I'm saying it right. And that's what I like Tarantino films like that. And I really like films like that that are really reclusive. Because, like Castaway, I watched recently. Be expecting a review on that, but I got another plan coming up. But the thing is, what's interesting about this is that no one knows anyone. It's very like, we're not trusting you because of this. Jennifer Jason Leigh's character was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and she plays a guitar and she sings a song, Jim Jones. I really forget like the full name of it, and it is like very like eerie in a way, because like you see things going on, you hear her, the camera stays on her, then it goes to the people, then it goes back to her. And interesting fact, like they used an actual guitar, like from a museum, and Kurt Russell, spoiler alert, smashes the guitar, and it was a authentic like 1800 guitar, and because of that, Martin's like said, we're never loaning out like guitars for Hollywood like again, because you basically just shattered history. The Hateful Eight has pretty much I call it a Tarantino all-star. Tim Roth does a great job. I like Tim Roth. He is one of my favorites in Tarantino's world, because like he is just like so much like you almost not know what he's thinking, and I like that in him. The thing is, what makes Hateful Eight interesting is the fact how so many people think like, oh, it's going to be like a standard Tarantino film. It's going to lead in a violent shootout. It's going to lead to a major bloodbath. Well, it doesn't. Jackie Brown it had violence, but it didn't have as much violence. This film, Jackie Brown was violent, but like you barely saw blood. Like in a way, like a gruesome amount. You saw blood, but not like, oh my god, like Django, for example, or even Kill Bill. My opinion, Kill Bill is probably his bloodiest, because just the fact how in the how in Volume 1, like how all the blood spurts out everywhere. Hateful Eight has like very graphic shooting, very graphic shots like from people. Like when they shoot someone, it looks like they actually just got shot. Like, and it's so perfect. And that's the magic of Tarantino, in my opinion. Because like when he wants like a bullet to go through someone, he can make it look like it the coolest thing and probably the most gruesome thing. That's why I like Quentin Tarantino. And this film deals like a lot with the number 8, because like 8 cast members, 8 people on the box. Like here in particular, the 8th film by Quentin Tarantino. Then when you open it, there's 8 people. And I believe Yeah, there's no like casting like in the credits, which is pretty. I don't mind. But the thing is with the Hateful Eight, this is the film you gotta treat almost like Reservoir Dogs, in my opinion. The main reason why I say that is because Reservoir Dogs, you do not know anything about these guys, but you find out about them. You don't know what they're doing there until you find out later. And that's what I like about this film. Like, it feels like a film. Like, Tarantino movies feel like films to me. They don't feel like, oh yeah, well, yeah, they're bad films. Oh, sorry. I was like, wait, where? Like, I thought Django was like right in front of me for a second. I turned around, Django was right there. Like, here. Sorry. This blanket keeps me warm, so I'm sorry, guys. So I had to pick up Django. But I'm sorry if you get the constant leading. But the thing is, like what I have said before, I like doing everything in one take because it feels genuine to me. And I feel like if I do multiple like cuts, it feels like I'm not taking this seriously. I want this like film to be known. I consider this film an amazing. And the main reason why I consider it amazing is because of the fact that the story is phenomenal. People just coming into this haberdashery, but you do know nothing about them. But then when you find out about them, you're like, what's more? What else is there? Then when you get to like all these other characters, and then you get to like find out what's really going on, you're just like, wow. And it's amazing, and I love that. The film ends on a happy note, I'm gonna say. It's not exactly Tarantino's happiest ending, but for me, Tarantino's happiest ending, for me, that goes to Kill Bill. The main reason why I say that is because how it ended. If you have never seen it, I'm not gonna say it, but let me know which Tarantino film you felt had a happy ending. But overall, like, Hateful Eight deserves an amazing. The acting is phenomenal, direction as always, and the writing is phenomenal. I love these characters. I think these characters are amazing. The Netflix series is amazing, and Jennifer Jason Leigh singing the ballad of Jim Jones. I think that's what it is eerie, but it's so cool, and I love it because it's basically like telling you like what's going on with the story. The film, like Samuel L. Jackson, in my opinion, I'm going to say it, to me, this is his best Tarantino performance. It may be, people may say it's Pulp Fiction or Jackie Brown, but I say it's the Hateful Eight not because he gets a leading, because he is coming off like a Jules mixed with Steven, in my opinion. And he is amazing in this film. All of them are amazing. I highly recommend The Hateful Eight, and that is going to be the end of the Tarantino films that I happen to own. But stay tuned for tomorrow for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Guys, I am enjoying making these videos. It is amazing. I'm having fun. I got to talk about one of my favorite directors of all time. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you wish to see more of my reviews like this or my Let's Plays, subscribe. If you wish to share this with friends, which I'm grateful for all my friends for doing that. That's amazing. I love you guys and all my subscribers. Please go ahead. I would love to have more people check out my stuff. It's amazing like how much like my friends have done and all my other subscribers. Or if you wish to request or ask me something, comment down below. By all means, if I have it, I'll review it. If I have seen it, I'll review it. My name's Isaiah Hill. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. My name's Isaiah Hill once again, and I'm signing off.